Hello, Spin94 here, bringing you another Pokemon battle. This was for my live stream, and it was a really successful one. Actually, thank you to everybody turning up. I had quite a few people again, old and new, and this was one of the funner battles I had. Just covered a variety of Pokemon and tiers and stuff like that. I mean, you've probably noticed there the Clefairy. The Clefairy was certainly the star of the show. So the Mawile comes out and does intimidate me, but I managed to get the competitive boost out, so I made a really good predict there. And obviously the Aerodactyl is looking quite intimidating as well, but you'll see what happens to that poor unfortunate sod. So the Meowstic's going to go for the substitute, as I was definitely thinking I was one of the faster things. So I was quite surprised I outsped this Aerodactyl. So I get a hit with an Earthquake, which isn't good for me, so all the power's definitely there. As a small while hits that Aerodactyl up with a Play Rough, and that does a ton of damage. But judging since it didn't kill, I'm thinking, okay, at this point, I think that Mawile's a very bulky set. So the Sucker Punch is what I was fearing. That's why I didn't want to attack with my Meowstic at this point, and I'm just going to substitute. You know, I want to be behind my Pokemon plushie. And this Pimpfairy here is just increasing his defenses, setting up wishes. And I'm like, okay, this thing is going to troll my whole existence this game. So I go for a Shadow Ball, and even a +1, that doesn't do a damn thing to this damn Mawile, which I was surprised at. But yeah, this thing's bulking out hits. So yeah, this thing sets up a Sword Dance, the Leeches go up, but God, we've got an Executor on the field as well. That's why I've liked this battle. Such a variety of Pokemon. The Flare Blast there, and everybody in the stream's like, oh God, my eyes, the brightness. Everyone's getting set on fire. So basically, we're setting trees on fire. You know, Woods of the Owl's getting really pissed off over here. As is just everything's like burning. That's this Execute. Well, I suppose if anything, it wants to be burnt. Well, not wants to be burnt. Nobody wants to be burnt for crying out loud. But I suppose I'd prefer that over Paralyze or something like that. So Play Rough's gonna hit this Execute, and the poor thing just goes down as the Psychic didn't do much to that Clefairy, as it sets up another Cosmic Power, and that Cosmic Power there is probably what saves this Clefairy's ass here. So in comes Alakazam, and basically this thing's going to Mega Evolve, and this is why I prefer Focus Sash Alakazam over the Mega one, which is a bit of a strange thing to say, but reasons like this, as it transfers huge power, but Sucker Punch is going to hit this Alakazam, and unfortunately this is a dead Alakazam, taking Iceberg out the game really early, which is a bloody shame. As I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball again, take out this Mawile, because that's definitely the biggest threat on the field to me at the minute. As this Clefairy, I believe, is going to set up a Wish. So this, even though like Clefairy is just bulking out hits for days, as Pitcher comes in, there's a giant bloody fleshlight looking thing here. As I hit this thing with a Psychic, do a good chunk of damage. This thing's going to set up a stockpile, and you'll see something very surprising in a minute. So the stockpile's nice and set up, as the Fire Blast is going to hit and break the substitute, which is a bloody shame, because, you know, Meowstic likes hiding behind that thing. As Wish is going to kick in, the Clefairy is going to be nice and healed up. And I go for a Psychic here. I completely ruined this not Vileplume, goddammit, Victory Bell. Vileplume might be cool, but I don't know, it's pretty cool to see a Victory Bell. You don't get to see them too often. So that Psychic for some reason just absolutely destroys this thing. As I'm going to go for a Psychic again on the Clefairy instead of this thing, because I expected it to target that Clefairy and finish it off, but nope, Meowstic gets targeted and Meowstic goes down. But that Meowstic did a brilliant job there. I was well proud of Meowstic in that battle. It's actually her first battle she got chucked out, so I was pretty happy to see her do damage. So in comes Miss Squash here. Actually, I need a name for that Meowstic. Comment section, go. Give me a good nickname for that Meowstic. I get pretty decent nicknames when I ask in the comments. So I'm gonna go straight for a Scald here, and that doesn't do anything. But I get the Burn, which is like, crap. Well, that doesn't do much, because this thing's probably Magic Guard. As the Gunk Shot just destroys that poor Clefairy. That thing got really picked on, the poor thing. So Volt Switch is not going to do too much to me at all, as I'm going straight for a Scald here, and I do a decent-ish chunk to a Muck, considering how bulky a Muck can be. And it starts setting up stockpiles. I'm like, oh crap. So this Muck is looking incredibly intimidating, as the Tri-Attack's going to hit me here, and I'm like, oh, the poor fish is getting ganged up on here. That's ridiculous. I'll go for a Scald on Jabba the Hutt here, and I do love that nickname. I was laughing my ass off on stream. But yeah, I get the Burn, which is exactly what I needed at this point. I so needed a Burn, and that Muck shutting it down for good. I was fearing Rest, because I have seen Rest, Sleep Talk, Gunk Shot, and like Stockpile on this thing, but I didn't want to risk it at that point. As they say, I did reveal the Power-Up Punch, so I wasn't too worried. But I don't know, Muck's still hanging around in the background. I like Muck as a Pokemon, so it's a shame to see it shut down, but at the minute I was pretty damn terrified of that thing. So Jabba the Hutt's starting to take some bird damage. Try attacks keep on going to hit my squash here, but luckily Lantern is just a bulky little beast as I go for a little skull on Jabba the Hutt here. And Gunk Shot's unfortunately going to hit my squash and not kill it off, which I'm surprised about that now, and I was still even more surprised on stream, because I know Muck's at +1, it might be burned, but Lantern's not the best in defense, so I was really happy to live that. As unfortunately I do go down here, as Jabba makes a good prediction, gets the power-up punch on the Magnezone, and it's looking even more intimidating with that ridiculous attack stat now. As I go into Ringo here, who, God, definitely saves my bacon later on. So Electro Bolt's going to hit Ringo, not do too much. Volt Switch probably would have done more, as Power-Up Punch is going to hit this Magnezone here. Muck's going to get his attack increased even more, but I go for my own Power-Up Punch, change it to a fighting type, hitting this Magnezone and killing it off for good. So Ringo is at +1 now in Life Orb, so it was looking pretty good for me from there, as the Burn's going to take down this Muck. I thought I'd won the game at this point, but then again, in comes this Gengar here, and I break quite the mispredict. So I go for the Sucker Punch expecting it just to be an attacking set, but it fails, and this thing goes for the Hypnosis, and it's like, ah, bollocks. So that is not good for me, as I'm put to sleep, and I'm thinking, the game's pretty much done at this point, as it goes for Infestation. So this is a Stoli Gengar, which is nice to see. It's not a common set of Gengar, so I was pretty happy to see this. Infestation's obviously going to hit me up, but I managed to wake up here, and with +1 stab and, Life Orb and kept on decent attack stat, I'm able to take this thing out. Not sure how bulky it was, but luckily for me, I just managed to get rid of it, and I win this game but this was a really good game, such an interesting variety of Pokemon board. I say my live streams have turned out really fun. Thank you everyone who put Spin94 live stream in their little chat bubble, and people sent messages on Twitter. I don't want to name everyone individual, but yeah, a lot of people helped me out in the stream. I'm probably going to give someone an opportunity to be in a moderator or something like that. Oh God, it gets ridiculously hectic out there. I did have some connection issues. Other people had connection issues, so some battles did have to get cancelled, which kind of sucks. But I'm going to make the next stream a lot more organised, and there'll be details about that in a video soon. So thank you for tuning in. This has been Spin94. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and this is me wishing you all a very nice Sunday.